underway here. Feeling good energy today.
Ohar walking down the side. In front, they score! Jung-Sung Kim to the goal, they score!
Now Tyler McGregor scores for Canada!
Jones walking right in, waits, shoots, scores! He's got Lee going to the net, he scores! Proving once again, and so dominant, showing the world why they're number one.
We started the week with 8 teams. We're down to 4 in medal contention as we get set to start semifinal Friday at the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Calgary, Alberta. As we welcome you inside the Winsport Arena, my name is Zach Marks. Please be joined by Dave Dawson here inside the broadcast booth as world number 1, Team USA, takes on world number 3, Team Czechia.
Yeah, and tons of history, Zach, between these two programs over the years, dating back to last year's opening game of the tournament in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, where America won by a score of 7-1. This is the 15th meeting all time between these two teams. It's been since 2012 that Czechia has a victory against America, their lone victory in history, a 2-1 overtime win in the 2012 World's preliminaries. So for Team USA, dominant again, 10-0, 11-0, 10-0, rolling through the competition in the preliminary round. And in that, Brody Roybal, one of their all-time greats for scoring, only has 4 points in the tournament so far, and I say only by there's such a spread out diversity in scoring for Team USA. Everybody but one person has found the score sheet. Brody Roybal led the team in shots last game with 5. They don't need him statistically to show up by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm sure they'll love to get their big sniper going in preparation for what could be a gold medal game on Sunday.
Now for Team Czechia, a group that has been playing arguably some of the best hockey they've played in a number of years, and it's a lineup change that's caught our eye early on here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. This is probably, and head coach Jacob Novotny of Team Czechia agreed with me on that as well. Their last game against Canada, they outshot them 4-3 in the opening period. They scored a late goal. They were tied 1-1, and then the second period came along, and the wheels metaphorically fell off in period number 2. So for Team Czechia, they made one adjustment. Zdeno Kabel played defense all the way through last year's tournament, Zach, and the coaching staff has agreed. Number 82 has been one of their best players in both ends of the ice this year, so they're looking for him to come back on defense today, taking Alex Ohar's spot. Ohar's going to jump up to forward, where he played converted to defense previously. They love Ohar's ability for the nose for the net, so to speak. Hobble, much more reliable, I would say, on both ends of the ice. So obviously, a lot of offense will be coming their way against Team USA today.
Team USA outscoring their opponents 31-0 through the preliminary round. For Team Czechia, meanwhile, they outscored their opponents 10-6 in 3 games, having defeated Italy and Japan in the early going. As we take a look at today's match officials, referee Kevin Webinger taking charge as the head official, Brendan Lewis out of the United States, and Andreas Lundin out of Sweden, your linesman here today.
You look for a quick start from Team USA. They've outshot their opponents 31-3 in the opening period so far. As you have a look at the USA group getting ready to come on to the ice. And boy, oh boy, have they been dominant and continue to pick up where they've left off in every tournament we've seen.
No doubt about that. As we take a look at Team USA's starting lineup, they go Travis Dodson in the middle, Kevin McKee on the wing alongside David Eustace, and the captain Josh Pauls with Brett Bolton on the back end for Team USA. Pauls playing in game number 200 to close out the preliminary round.
Yeah, not a bad game for him. Last one in game number 200, he had 4 points. Incredible one for number 27.
As Team Czechia makes their way out onto the ice surface, and we take a look at their starting lineup here today. It's Zdeno Kabel and Pavel Kubish on the back end, as mentioned, with Vesely Hečko and Zizlavsky up top. Vesely and Hečko will be expected to provide the goals here for Czechia today.
They absolutely will. Zizlavsky has had an incredible tournament so far. He's put a lot of pucks at the net, 9 of them in total, second on the team in that category. Hečko's shot is a lead right now for Jacob Novotny, and the head coach, which we'll see in a second, the head coach of Czechia, they really want to avoid the onslaught early on from Team USA. And for Team USA, not taking this one lightly at all. They don't take for granted the ability that they have to come to these great tournaments and compete in these gold medal games and dominate year after year as Zelenka. A lot of respect between those two groups, Zach. More on that in the broadcast today they see a lot of each other, but boy, oh boy, they practice a lot outside as well. A lot of respect between competitors, especially a lot of respect on the world stage for that guy right there.
Josh Pauls, as mentioned, 200 games played for Team USA. He's part of the customary gift exchange alongside the handshake with the officials. As we take a look at today's starting netminder for Team USA, and a bit of a surprise, they go with Griffin Lamar here. Played one game in the preliminary round, 1-0 record, no goals against, a perfect save percentage, but you would have expected gently here in semifinal number 1.
You know what, for Team USA, I think they have the ability now. Griffin Lamar has seen the net so much, it doesn't make a difference who plays goal. 879 career goals against average, save percentage, 0.81 career goals against average, or Jen Lee marginally better than that. The way Team USA plays defense, it almost, for them, doesn't really matter who plays goal, but they're both excellent goaltenders for USA Hockey. Lamar, a native of Haverhill, Massachusetts.
And looking over at Team Czechia, unsurprisingly, it's Martin Kudela in between the pipes here today. A 2-1 record for the Czechia netminder, a 2 goals against average, a .778 save percentage. He has been great throughout this tournament, played very well against Canada in the final day of the preliminary round.
Zach, you talk to any of the coaching staff, the other 7 coaches in this tournament, all say the same thing about Martin Kudela. He's one of the best goalies on the entire planet. You got to take his eyes away in order to have success against him. They weren't very happy with how the game started and finished against Canada. Look for a big game in a number 1 today. And there's a look at David Hoff on the bench for Team USA, also a high school teacher and 5-year head coach. I believe now 6th year. He's got a bunch of Olympic gold medals on his resume as well. I'll say that for sure, that I know. And a lot of great conversations I've had with him. More on him and the relationship with the head coach of Team Czechia here in the broadcast today. And the head coach for Czechia is Jacob Novotny. Spent a day off in the Banff area, not too far from here. Lake Louise, actually, I should stand corrected on that. And had a refreshing time. And there's a sense of urgency early on to get up on Team USA and get a bit of a lead on them. That's how Czechia feels they can gain an advantage. They're well aware of their opponent, Zach Marks. 1 versus 3 in the world rankings. Let me tell you, there's a lot of awareness as to what kind of damage Team USA can do on the offensive sheet.
Travis Dodson on the wing to start this one off. It'll be Zhislavsky against McKee in the opening face-off as we get semifinal number 1 underway here in Calgary. It's been a great week so far. We've still got 6 more games coming your way, including this one, as we are ready to get underway. Solid USA fan contingent in the stands, and we're underway as Czechia control off the opening face-off. It'll be Pavel Dolezal back defensively for Team Czechia. He swings it up the near side wall. Over to keep it in is Noah Grove. Should mention, again, no Jack Wallace for Team USA here today, as he's off competing in the World Para Canoe Championships, looking to qualify for the Paralympics this coming summer. Here's Vesely right in on goal, an early breakaway, a move, tried to tuck it past Lamar, couldn't do so, and a great first save for the United States goaltender.
There wasn't a lot of urgency when Vesely got that puck at the blue line. I thought maybe he was expecting somebody to be over his shoulder until he finally doink hits the goalpost. Great look from that angle, guys. So, and again, great early chance for Czechia, but from a Czechia perspective, if you're watching from there, those chances have to go on the net for Team Czechia, because you need to play Team USA in front, because they can score so quickly.
They win the faceoff to USA, and it flips out to center. Played down the ice by Evan Nichols. Zdeněk Habel with possession. He knocks it back to Sedlacek. Around the wall it comes. It'll be kept in by Pauls. Puck pops free. Sedlacek looks to start out. Almost flipped a pass ahead. Would have been a breakaway. Now it might be a breakaway. Here's Mikhail Geyer. Checked by Farmer and Pauls either side of him, as the USA defense strong early on, but I gotta say, Czechia looking good early in this one as they look to capitalize on some miscues early on.
2 great opportunities here for Czechia, trying to catch the United States of America a little off guard early on, and for Michael Geyer, his Farmer, puck just rolls off of his stick, unconventional. Had a great chat with Jacob Novotny about 74 before the game. I said, Jacob, I'm scratching my head looking at his stat line. Michael Geyer, 0 points so far in the tournament. He led your group of 7 last year. How do you get him going? He said, you got to be really tentative with him. He is a little bit more on the fragile side, so you got to find ways to encourage him rather than be quick and to the point with him. So he really hopes today could be the day. 74 Brutus on the score sheet.
Puck controlled inside the Czechian zone by Team Czechia, and trying to get it out on the far side is Vesely, unable to do so. Battle ensues on the far side. You got to think first goal is going to be crucial here. If Czechia can find a way past Lamar and this United States defense, take an early lead, you never know what could happen. And they're flying the zone a little bit here early on. That one will not be icing. Vesely will beat that out. Bolton tries taking the quicker path, but Vesely gets there first. Centering feed, cut off by Musselman. The rebound there, and a penalty coming up here against Team USA as Musselman forced to take out Radek Zelinka, because he would have had a golden scoring chance in front.
Again, the opening 15 minutes against Canada for Team Czechia was great. They outshot them by a score of 4-3. They got a late goal at the end of the opening period. Then they went into the second. Jacob Novotny told me they were too excited. They thought, wow, we got Canada. Canada comes out with the top line in the opening couple minutes, put in a few, and that's the end of the game. As you have a look at head coach David Hoff, followed by penalized player Ben Musselman, the Amelia, Florida native, as Hoff looking on here with Czechian company setting up for the power play.
2 for 10 on the power play so far for Team Czechia. That's 5th in tournament play. Meanwhile, USA 4 for 4 on the PK, tied for first with the Canadians atop the penalty kill standings. As Grove will reverse it up the wall for Dodson. He gets there first and flips it out to center and down the ice.
So yeah, I see Hobble playing that left point there for Czechia on the power play. I'd imagine as the game wears on, if they need a spark, they might flop that Ohar and Hobble again, the forward defense. So good mixing and matching by Jacob Novotny.
USA aggressive on the penalty kill here. Sedlacek will play it up the wall for Palat, but it caught an edge. Dodson takes over for Team USA. Fired down low, and Hobble will have to retreat behind his net. Eustace watching him. Drops it off for Kubish. Played a ton of minutes in this tournament alongside Pavel Dolezal as the top 2 defenders for this Czechian team. A turnover. Here comes Eustace in shorthanded. A shot off the mask of Martin Kudela. Big time save there for number 1. As now Hobble will play it up the wall. Cut off by Douglas. That one fired back in. And I think that's one of the biggest benefits for Team Czechia, going back to the point on Kubish and Dolezal, is having the ability to play those two separately and still have the big minutes taken care of. Push down low. Malik Jones going after it. Had a really great first game for Team USA. A little bit quieter on the stat sheet since then as he leaves it there. Tried allowing Farmer to come in and take it. Good work here from Kubish, but now it's Declan Farmer. Farmer around the net. Makes a move there. Knocked off stride. Holding it in, though, is Douglas. Out to center it goes after the check, and Pauls will fire that to open space for Malik Jones. 20 seconds to go on the power play.
Good response for Team USA. It really seemed a little bit tentative early. You knew Czechia was going to come out on fire pretty early. Now Declan Farmer goes to work.
Takes a big hit from Dolezal there. As you have to think the physicality going to be a big part of Czechia's game plan here, trying to slow down Team USA. As it's played back down the ice, power play expires. Musselman out of the box and look to capitalize on a missed cue there. Fires it in deep, and now it swings all the way around for Dolezal. Turnover here. Farmer forces the steal around the net, turns and shoots. Blocked en route. Zelinka in the shooting lane there. Great work from 15 White to get in front of that shot from the always dangerous Declan Farmer. 17 points in the tournament, 10 of them are goals. As Czechia will flip that down the ice, bouncing puck. Paul settles it down in the neutral zone. Takes a bump from Hedgko, and Shizlovsky will play it ahead. Firing it into the zone. Geyer going after it against Grove. But Grove plays the edge perfectly, takes it over. Noah Grove, speed, plays it up ahead. Mishevitz across for Roybal, tips it past Sedlacek, and will go pick it up on the far side. Roybal takes a bump. Nice move there around Geyer. A little chip and chase there behind the net as Roybal drops it back for Musselman. And he'll just fire it down low. Mishevitz will take it off the bounce. Mishevitz on the far side, watched by Pavel Dolezal, trying to tie him up down low. Couldn't do so as it's played around. Roybal after it against Hedgko. Turnover forced to the line, held in momentarily, now out to center. Zelinka's pass too far ahead of Geyer. Will that have enough? No, it will not. No, it will, just for an icing call against Team Czechia. 9:54 to play here in the first period. Great pace of play so far in this semifinal.
Yeah, and a good turnover at the line there, and David Eustace walking in, lets one rip right off the mask of Martin Kudela. That's using your head, as they say. Physicality, a factor, as Dolezal throwing it around. And again, a great couple chances early on. The unfortunate part, if you're an opponent of any team facing USA, when you do something well, you think, wow, there's progress there. USA Hockey's just going to adjust. Okay, well, we'll do this instead. Wow, we did this well. USA Hockey will just adjust. Eustace now dominant forechecker, as talked about by David Hoff in this tournament because of his work ethic.
Played around as Czechia winning the defensive zone draws. It's actually kind of been a weird parallel. Both teams winning their defensive zone draws, but struggling on the offensive zone. As puck played up the near side wall, Eustace is going to hold that in. Could have slid it down low for Douglas, didn't do so, and Czechia may have gotten away with one there. Now looking to fly the zone is Hedgko. Passes behind him, but he'll take it in stride. Douglas back defensively for Team USA. And another nearly moment for Czechia.
A great recovery. Douglas was the guy down low. Hey, I'm open. All right. Couldn't get me the puck. I'm going to be the guy to come back and break it up. Great shift by 17.
Kubish on the half wall. Feeds it ahead. That one will go past Paul's. Icing waved off. Palat and Vesely going after it. As Kevin McKee first back to it for Team USA. Bumped off the puck there as it plays up the wall. Kubish with a long effort. Easily handled by Pauls. He'll feed it ahead for Eustace in stride. Another bump, this time from Zdenek Havel. USA continuing to bring it in though. Eustace feeds it across, nobody there, and it banks out to center ice where Nichols takes over. Tied up right at the blue line. Kubish will flip that high and out to center ice. That puck rolling. Farmer back defensively for Team USA, fresh off the bench. Bumped by Vesely. The forecheck going to be a big part for Team Czechia here as they continue to work down low. Puck free in the corner. Zhislavsky finds it. Off the wall for Dolezal. He'll let a shot go, blocked en route, and now played ahead. Here comes Nichols. It's a breakaway for Evan Nichols. In on Kudela. If he can catch up to that puck, Farmer with him now. Nichols right in around the net. Tucks, stayed out. Kudela gets across, took away enough to keep it out. And now we got a penalty coming up here. And who's this going against? I believe that's an elbowing call. We'll find out when we return. 8:12 to go here in the first period. Malik Jones to the box. Czechia to the power play when we come back to Calgary, Alberta.
Czechia had a chance early on. Vesely was looking. Oh, wait, nobody's with me. Hold on, I'll make a move. Hits the goalpost. He delayed a little bit, which might have been a goal and a game's opening goal. And then on the other end, Nichols doesn't realize he has Farmer with him. The opposite. So one situation where a Czechia player didn't have anyone, another situation where there's a guy with him, and we're still got a scoreless game. And Team USA now shorthanded. Czechia to the power play.
Yeah, it's right after that miss, Malik Jones called for elbowing as USA to their second penalty kill. Roybal with a steal. Pass for Farmers behind him, and that will send the puck back down the ice. USA not going to complain too much as Pauls is back, and that allows them to take more time off of the power play. Zelinka got to be careful. He's got Farmer bearing down on him, and it's Radek Zelinka who takes possession for Team Czechia. But look at Team USA immediately pulling back and allowing their defensive structure to take over. Farmer with a steal. He'll carry into the zone. A little shot on, kick save quite literally as the sled directing the puck away. Farmer steals right in. Good work there. We got a penalty though coming up against Zelinka, and it's going to be a teeing call against 15. The captain to the box. We'll play a minute 9, a 4-on-4.
Radek Zelinka to the box. Why? Because of Declan Farmer and the work that he does continually. One of the all-time greatest players to ever live in para hockey. He's got so many medals, such tremendous work ethic, just a towering force out there. Had a great chat with David Hoff about him before the game, and we'll get to that later on here. But for now, it's 4-on-4 with 1:09 remaining in that penalty situation.
Zelinka plays a lot of minutes on the back end for Czechia, so that's a tough loss for the next couple of minutes, or at the very least a minute 9 of game time.
Do you remember the comment from Russ Harrington from Canada in that Canada-Czechia game in the pregame? He said, I want 15 in the penalty box. That's a lot of success scoring on them.
15 and 67. They've got 82 and 29 out there defensively right now. Here's Pauls trying to take it, couldn't do so. Flipped to the line, kept in though by David Eustace. Eustace on the near side, feeds it back up top. Noah Grove, a little bit of room to work. Fires a shot, deflected by Dodson. The rebound around the net, it will go. And now it's played back for Eustace again. 30 seconds and change left to go in the penalty against Jones. As you can hear there, 30 being shouted, letting everyone know how long until Jones exits the box. Battle on the near side wall. Still Paul's controlling. USA playing with 2 skaters down low. Now Eustace just missed that pass as he's got it down low. USA is changing. Kubish watching the near side. Good read there from Pavel Kubish. Plays it ahead for Sedlacek. We'll send it out to center. Douglas corralling. Power play about to begin here for Team USA. A power play that is 6 for 11 in the tournament, working right in. Farmer, inside, outside, drop pass, Douglas scores! Christopher Douglas opens the scoring for Team USA. It's 1-0.
Once again, all because of the work that Declan Farmer did on the entry. 3rd goal of the tournament for the St. Cloud, Minnesota native. The 9th goal internationally for number 17. Nice little up here to Declan Farmer, C16 with speed. He's gonna burst through, has it knocked off. 3 guys there, oops. Nice little puck right on the stick on the rebound, and Zach, we've seen it a number of times in the tournament. 2nd layer puck support, I guarantee you, Team USA practices that. Let 16 attack the line with speed, have 3 guys expect to knock the puck off his stick. Layer 2 right there, he's got an opportunity. Kudella's got no chance, and Douglas has the game's opening goal on the power play.
And a little wave from 17. He knows he's on camera after that one, as his team leads here in semifinal number 1. Nichols looking to add on. The drop for Jones, tied up, but he's got it again. Power play now 7 for 12 for Team USA in the tournament as they convert on their first opportunity of the day.
Zach, let's go back to the opening 2 chances for Czechia early. You don't score. You give Team USA a little bit of chance to assert their game. What's their game? Everything.
Here's a chance for Malik Jones on the flip pass. He's in. Jones shot stopped by Kudela, and onto that loose puck for number 1 as he will hold on. 1-0 the score here, 5.5 to go in period number 1. Team USA leads Team Czechia in semifinal 1. Team USA with an early 1-0 lead, and it's their play in transition that's really standing out so far.
Yeah, it has since that goal, and you look at the retrieval here from Josh Pauls. Boom, off the boards on the left side. Hot cross-ice pass to Malik Jones, a little bit of air to it, gets him to chase after it. It ends up being a bouncing puck and a quality shot away. But again, Team USA, good at everything. Defensive side of the game, transition, you name it, they can play it.
Dodson feeds it for Grove. Grove in front. Eustace off the goalpost. Had a yawning, caged at 37, but couldn't finish it off. It stays 1-0. Palat looking for that loose puck on the near side wall, battling with Dodson and Eustace, and eventually it's Kubish who comes in to help out. Kubish tied up in the corner, lost it to Dodson. Dodson lost it on the half wall, now flipped out to center. And down the ice it will go. And one thing I noticed there, Geyer kind of playing in the neutral zone. Maybe a strategy from Jacob Novotny and the Czechian bench. Flying the zone a little bit, hoping to catch USA with some odd man rushes.
Well, that's the exact thing they did in the first minute of the game twice, so naturally they're going to continually want to do that. Unfortunate for them, David Hoff is the coach on the bench, so a little bit of gamesmanship. They know each other really well, as I talked about before, the 2 coaches of USA and Czechia. More on that in period 3.
There's a little chat there with Team USA coaching staff and Eustace after that miss. Just said, keep at it. Eustace has had a good tournament, just unable to finish that one off there. Bouncing puck, flipped out to center off a blocked shot, and Team USA will pick it up in the neutral zone. Josh Mashevitz in possession. Douglas, nice bank pass, but knocked away. Palat lost it behind him. Musselman will come in and fire that one in deep. There's Alex Ohar, back defensively here. Feeds it for Zelinka, turned over, but Ohar trying to get to that loose puck first. Tied up by Musselman, who takes possession back. Feeds it for Roybal. Instead, it finds Pauls, who's just forced to flip it back down low. 14 for red, white, and blue. Down around for Mashevitz in front for Roybal. Couldn't get a shot away. Mashevitz unable to shoot as well, and Czechia able to force it out to center. Douglas back to retrieve. Geyer watching him as Team USA leading on the goal by number 17. He'll drop it off for the captain, Pauls. Ahead for Roybal. Roybal, a backhand flip feed. That's cut off. Good read by, who else? Zdenek Habel. We're going to say his name a lot throughout this game, especially as he's playing defense for Team Czechia. Pauls in possession. Skates it into the neutral zone. Gains the red line. Fires it in deep. Kudela will watch that roll past him, and Habel's back to pick it up. Crosses with Kubish, and now it's fed ahead for Hechko. Hechko. Pass ahead, cut off by Grove, but that puck will fall to Kubish, who's able to work it back into the Team USA zone. Shizlovsky covering here, trying to get to that loose puck first. Bolton gets there, knocked past him. And Vaselli trying to make a play on it, lost it to Declan Farmer, and now played ahead for Malik Jones. Jones, he's got Nichols going, but elects to skate it himself, does 19. Slows up at the blue line, trying to pass off, defended by Hechko. And now it's fired down low by Jones. 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Team USA out shooting Czechia 7-1 so far in this one. Puck on the half wall. Jones tied up, but holds possession, feeds it to the blue line, and that will escape the zone. Bolton recovers inside the neutral area. Fires that one into the zone. Delayed offside against USA. Now Ohar back to collect for Team Czechia. Ahead for Geyer. He'll slow up, now feeds it ahead. Sedlacek, nice read there from 92, kind of sent Farmer the wrong way before firing it to length of the ice. Douglas will swing it around, Geyer after it. And Mikael Geyer for Sedlacek, but just missed 92. And now Jones is away in the neutral zone, feeds it ahead for Nichols. Will that be icing? No, it will not be. Nichols lost the stick, however. And now feeds it down low for McKee. Habel defends that. Swings it around for Sedlacek. Haven't seen a lot from 92 in this tournament, but is coming back from having played goal at the Para Hockey Cup in December.
And again, he hasn't played a lot of shifts, right? Hasn't been their primary traditional guy that it would have been in years past, but a little more ice time in the back half of the tournament.
As it's flipped down the ice, Douglas cut that off. If he hadn't, Geyer might have been in alone. Instead, Dodson's got it in his own zone, starts back up ice. Nice pass for Eustace. David Eustace in over the line with speed, cuts to the middle. Eustace waiting, shooting, and that's stopped by Martin Kudela, who will hold on for the whistle. A big-time save for number one with just under 90 seconds to go in the first period.
Nice shot there by Eustace, and Travis Dodson right shoulder to shoulder with him, and those two guys have had an incredible tournament. And David Eustace, again, such high praise from him early in the tournament from his head coach, David Hoff. In fact, Zach, I can go one by one down the roster. His coach just showers his whole group with praise. So nonetheless, the workmanlike shift from these three. And of course, Kevin McKee played heck of a game on the weekend.
Won the face-off here. Now Groves got it, feeds it in front. McKee shot. Oh, what a save by Kudela, getting the pad up to keep it out. And a hand pass called against Team USA here. A whistle and a face-off outside the zone. But my goodness, what a save by the Czechian goaltender.
Unbelievable. Kudela again. So much praise from all the coaches in this tournament. Look at this feed. Right in front, McKee robbed Martin Kudela. Unbelievable. Great stuff. Czechia needs that. 9-1 shots late in this hockey game. And let's not forget, Czechia again early. Wasn't able to capitalize on their chances. It's only 1-0. That can be a rallying point, Zach, for the group.
Face-off won by Team USA. They get it in deep. And now Farmer dislodged from the puck there. As Ohar somehow makes his way through two different USA skaters before firing the puck out to center. It's turned over and sent back in inside the final minute now. Radek Zelinka, the captain with possession, and Team USA got to be aware of this. Hechko more than happy to skate in the neutral zone, try and pick up speed and take a high pass up ice, as it worked early on, and as you mentioned, David Hoff very clearly making those adjustments, keeping somebody a little bit further back than they were earlier on.
Yeah, 3 guys back continually since then. Hechko throwing the body around there, Hechko. But again, USA has the ability to endure, okay, a little more energy, right? And they can collapse back quicker to compensate for any mistake they've made. Where Czechia, it's exhausting playing in your own zone. They've done a lot of that since the opening 2 minutes. Czechia very lucky for this to only be 1-0 after 15 minutes.
Looking to change that is Farmer. There's still 9 seconds. He lost his stick, but carries in anyway. Farmer knocked off the puck. It'll stay there. Flipped out to the line, and that will do it for period number 1. Christopher Douglas, a power play goal, giving Team USA a 1-0 lead over Team Czechia in semifinal number 1. We'll be joined after the break by Christopher Douglas. Down at ice level, you're watching the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta.
Final number 1 through period number 1, and it's guy number 17 on his jersey who has his 3rd goal of the tournament. His name is Chris Douglas, and he joins us right now. Chris, I have to say, when you entered the zone there and you let Declan kind of charge the line, was that kind of a set play with you coming as layer 2, potentially if there was a rebound?
Anytime Declan is charging through, follow up, because everyone is just going to crash him, and sometimes you might get lucky like I did on that one.
Well, luck certainly. I think skill had something to do with it too. That was a really nice shot you put in there. Czechia they came out a little bit hot. What have you liked about your response since?
You know, we knew it was going to be physical. We knew they were coming. You know, they want to win for sure. You know, once we got a minute or two to sit back and settle down, I think we were able to turn some things around. And, you know, it'll still be a good game. 1 period done. We just got to focus on this next one here.
Definitely do. Chris, a native of St. Cloud, Minnesota. What is wearing the red, white, and blue USA logo on your sweater mean to you?
The USA sweater is great. It's a privilege to put it on. I'm very fortunate. It gives me goosebumps every time. And just real quick, I got to correct you on that, St. Cloud, Florida.
Oh, my goodness. You know
I
what?
think my dad came over and
yes,
yeah.
he did. I just remembered that. I thought I corrected it on my roster. Okay, I didn't.
Yep.
Well, thanks, because your dad was twice the size of me, but really gentle. So, you know.
He's a good guy.
He's an incredible guy, and so are you. So thank you. I'll write that down right now. St. Cloud,
Florida. I got all my family watching back home.
Okay. Well, I don't
love
want to.
them all.
And I love them too. They're great people. Thanks so much for your time, Chris.
Thank you. We'll see you.
We won't make that mistake again. St. Cloud, Florida. And paradise here for Team USA through 15 minutes. Stay with us. In Calgary.
1-0 the score after one period of play at semifinal number 1 at the Wynn Sport Arena. USA leading Team Czechia here after 15 minutes. And special teams a big story in that opening period, Dave.
Absolutely. Just a beautiful day in Calgary, Alberta, much like it is in St. Cloud, Florida. Today is Czechia with an early chance early on, not capitalizing, turnover at the line, used this. A nice little shot on goal there. Some physicality, more body contact, and Douglas on the entry. Talked about when you get Declan Farmer to the puck, chances are there'll be a lot of people around him. And I just, lucky to put it right in. Nope, that's a seeing eye shot from Chris Douglas. And Declan Farmer, so crafty, great save by Kudela, trying to keep his group in it. Loses his stick, no big deal. Still puck possession, still has it. Beats one guy, beats another guy. Oh, almost still has the puck now with one stick. Declan Farmer does it all. There's number 16.
He's played a big role so far. Douglas is third on the power play from Declan Farmer, the lone goal after 15 minutes.
Declan Farmer, I asked his head coach, David Hoff, about him before the game. I said, I'm looking at his stats. Unbelievable, over 300 points in his career. Penalty minutes was unbelievable. Declan Farmer, in his career, 72 penalty minutes, 318 points. Insane that he can put up that much points, play on the edge like he does, and not get into as many penalty minute situations as other people may.
A little over 4 points per penalty minute for Declan Farmer over the course of his career. Czechia look to start off similarly to how they started in the first period with speed. Vesely with it down low, feeds it back for Zelinka. Zelinka, a long shot blocker save made by Lamar, who got the nod and goal ahead of Jen Lee here today. As mentioned off the top, both goaltenders very, very good for this USA team. Lamar gets the nod for semifinal action. He's got a pair of saves now at this point, as USA on the shot clock, 7-1 after one period of play. And they lead 1-0. Zach Marks alongside Dave Dawson here as Vesely works it in, pushed it too far ahead of himself, where he may have had Zelinka on a 2-on-1.
Ohar back on defense again. He was playing forward for one period, now he's back on defense.
Little change of pace there for Team Czechia, maybe a little play from Jacob Novotny and the rest of the coaching staff, playing around with those matchups. Played ahead, here's Palat, pushes it ahead for Geyer, he'll go after it against Pauls. Minute into the second, and Czechia looking for a tying goal. Pauls takes his time, feeds it ahead for McKee. Nice pass for Dodson, as here comes Travis Dodson. He'll just fire that one into the corner. Kubish back to retreat, as USA will get a line change in. The pass behind Geyer, down the ice it rolls, and that will be an icing call against Team Czechia. 13:36 left in the second period.
7-1 was the score in last year's tournament between these two programs. Michael Geyer led the team in scoring. Jacob Novotny would love for him to get going, Zach. And they have outshot their opponents 10-1, 10-1, and 4-3 in the opening periods of the tournament so far, where for USA Hockey, dominant in the opening periods and have not allowed a goal yet in 3 games in 1 period.
Shot from Douglas, blocked by Sedlacek, who appears to be on the back end as well here in this one. So an interesting setup for Team Czechia in this second period. Racing after it is Kubish, drops it off for Geyer. Mikael Geyer, his drop pass cut off by Farmer. Great read there from 16 in the blue. He's got it. Farmer ahead for Pauls. Pauls out to center for Jones. Jones, nice pass for Nichols. The passing immaculate here to start the second. Nichols works in. Pauls carrying on right to the net. Penalty coming up, and it'll be Zelinka again for Team Czechia. A hook this time, sending the Czechian captain to the box.
All because of the puck protection on the entry. Zelinka did everything he could to try and dislodge that puck off of Pauls, but unfortunately for the Czechian forward, Jacob Novotny, defender I should say, the captain, he'll be out to the penalty box. And last guy on the ice, you wanted the penalty box. Nichols, that was not Pauls. No, that was Pauls. I was right. Originally it was Nichols, and Zelinka just got the stick in there when 27 likely was going to get a shot away. So, USA back to the power play.
1 for 1 already for Team USA. Now 7 for 12 in the tournament. Czechia's penalty kill coming in was 5 for 7. They're now 5 for 8. As that running at 62.5%. Grove with possession off the draw. His shot rolls wide off a body. Farmer can't beat Dolezal to that puck. And Pavel Dolezal will get it down the ice after his initial attempt hit the official. Lamar will play that puck. Slowed down, swung around for Mashevitz. Checked by Vishelli. And now it's Pauls. Played ahead. That one hit Grove in the sled. He's not sure where it is. 3 Czechians on the PK attacking here. Hedgeko trying to get there ahead of Pauls, but it's played up ice for Mashevitz. He can't get to it. And now Dolezal will swing that one around. Good work on the penalty kill so far for Team Czechia, limiting Team USA, keeping them inside the zone, and now a turnover. Dolezal, time, a shot, that one just wide. Might have been looking for Vashelli on the backdoor feed. Farmer unable to get it past Ohar. Great play from 19 on the PK to keep what would have been a 3-on-1 from developing. Now Hedgeko able to force that back down low. Great penalty kill so far here, and that one nearly found its way past Lamar. Farmer dangerously close to an own goal. Now he skates it out to center. Farmer taking the ice allotted to him. Inside, back outside. Farmer knocked off of stride rather. He still has possession. And now on his right hand. Backhand flip for Pauls. It rolls off the glove of Vasselli and down low. Checked by Vasselli was Roybal. Now he finds Farmer. Farmer working it down low, checked by Kubish. Puck in the half wall, 2 Americans battling against Kubish. 23 seconds to go on the power play. Kubish, a great work here to tie up Roybal down on the half wall and keep that puck trapped. Finally, a whistle comes as a face-off inside the Czechian line. 16 seconds left on the power play.
I asked David Hoff, how is it possible that a guy like Declan Farmer doesn't have as many penalty minutes? He's always engaged into things like this. And I said, what's the most common penalty to avoid in Paris? I'm still learning so much. He said, teeing is the hardest thing because there's so many contacts like that. Declan Farmer, again, low penalty minutes, but he's always in those dirty areas. Incredible how Declan Farmer stays on the right side of penalties. And again, Zach, this period, you talked about physicality. Czechia plays that game. USA won't back away from physical hockey at all.
Dolezal will make his way out for this face-off, I should say. Brief delay as Czechia had to get the correct personnel on the ice. Habel will take this draw against McKee.
So again, Zdeno Kabel started the game as a defenseman because he moved back there. They need his offense, so likely Jacob Novotny moved him back up.
Face-off one, played across. Douglas, a shot, glove save made by Kudela. The rebound is there. Eustace puts it wide. As Dodson will go after it. Power play about to expire. Dodson looking for one last opportunity. With possession, unable to hold that in. Out of the box comes Zelenko. 1 for 2 now on the power play is Team USA.
And just one shot, 4 minutes in. The only shot coming on the power play. Good kill for Team Czechia.
That puck played up ice. Nearly too many skaters against Czechia. That would have been a tough one to swallow if you're Jacob Novotny. You never want to see those bench minor penalties coming into effect. As the puck played ahead, Habel knocks that away. Maybe playing up as a forward here in the second period, but still playing that defensive positioning. In fact, he's the furthest back of what we thought were forwards, so maybe a little change here, maybe a shift-by-shift basis. Who knows?
Maybe the Wildcat formation, so to speak, to steal one from football. Rover.
That's a formation you just don't see enough in everyday football.
Absolutely.
As it's played up ice, McKee going after it. Geyer lost a stick, and fortunately for him, it's an icing call as he was trying to get back defensively. Lost his stick in the neutral zone. But it's an icing against Team USA.
Entertaining hockey game, Zach. We've seen now it's the 15th meeting all time between these groups. USA has won 13 of them. Czechia back in the 2012 World's preliminary won in overtime by a score of 2-1. They've outscored them. Czechia's only scored 6 goals on Team USA through 13 games. And Chris Douglas from St. Cloud, Florida, has the goal so far.
That one win you mentioned, a 2-1 overtime decision, and this game's got a similar feel.
So far it does.
1-0 the score. Team USA with opportunities, but Kudela coming up big, and defensive structure strong from Czechia. We saw it against Japan. We saw it against Italy. We saw it against Canada for the better part of 2 periods. It's just that middle second period that sort of saw the game get away from Team Czechia. As they've got the puck down low now, played up the wall. Vashelli looking to get it out to center, turn it over to Farmer. Farmer flips it ahead, out of the reach of Eustace, but Nichols will pick it up on the far side. Watched by Zelenka. Now O'Hara in defensively, trying to help out here is number 19. Nichols works it free for Farmer. Farmer, nobody out in front, but holds possession. Now we'll drop it here. Oh, heavy collision there as Grove took out Zelenka. Jones crosses, leaves for Nichols. Nichols a shot, stick save made by Kudela. And now Nichols again in the corner. Reverses for Farmer. Best shift of the period for Team USA. as the zone time working here. Farmer, space, a shot, snagged by Cudella, who holds on. 9:03 to go here in period number 2. USA continues to lead 1-0 in semifinal number 1. We'll come back to Calgary in just a moment.
Declan Farmer, one of the all-time greats in para-hockey. Family in attendance ran into his mom into the hotel on the way out today, and she didn't mention what her name was, so I had to ask head coach David Hoff, hey, what's Declan Farmer's mom's name? He said, oh, it's Patty and Matt, the Farmer family, great people. So had a great chat with her in the hotel on the way to the rink today. And lots of family in attendance here and a power play coming.
Evan Nichols will head to the box as he disrupted Shedlasik's clearing attempt after Cudella made a very nice pad save. As Team USA back to the penalty kill, their third penalty against of the game coming in. They'd taken just 4 all tournament, so the aggression from Team Czechia causing some penalty trouble here, and I believe that's a teeing call against Nichols. Regardless, it's 2 minutes in the box.
It's Evan Nichols, a native of Haymarket, Virginia, going to be sitting in the box for 2 minutes or less. David Hoff looking on. More of this period on the relationship between David Hoff and Jacob Novotny, the head coach of both groups.
Tie-up draw, trying to pull it free. Shedlaski poked it ahead, but it was behind Hetchko, and Pauls will clear the danger. Down the ice it goes. Jones giving chase against Zelinka, takes a bump, but got it across to O'Hare. O'Hare for Vaselli. Vaselli lost it to Pauls, sent right back in. And it's Team USA doing to Czechia what Czechia did to them on their last penalty kill. Jones for Farmer. Moves, drops back for Jones. Jones in, a shot, put it just wide, and that'll rim around. Douglas has to get back quickly as Hetchko applies pressure. The lone goal scorer in this semifinal. Still played up ice, nearly turned over, and it finds its way into the Czechian bench. Second time in 2 days we've seen that happen.
That is very true. You and I talked about that before, and of course in para, ice right along in par with the boards here rather than having that jump in stand-up hockey. So there's David Hoff and Jacob Novotny. A lot of respect between those two guys. They practice together. Team USA and Czechia do all the time, probably more than any two countries. So a lot of respect between the two groups. They spend a lot of time after the games to hang out together. The players are chatting with each other in the hotel rooms, things like that. So two fierce competitors in the para sport. And David talked a lot about Jacob, how he's one of those guys that David's been in the sport for a long time. Elite level competitors take 5, 10, 15 years to be great at what they do. He said Jacob Novotny, the longer he's around the sport, he'll become one of the greatest coaches that you'll ever see because of his attention to detail.
Czechia with a steal in front, and look at Lamar aggressively there, blocking with his pad, or rather his legs, sorry, no pad on the USA goaltender, not like you see down the other end on Martin Cudella. Shedlasik plays it back as Geyer will swing that around. Nobody in the vicinity for Team Czechia, and that will allow Grove to collect and send it the length of the ice. That is the definition of a puck on edge as it rolls down the ice. Cudella out of his net, plays it around. Got to get back quick. Dodson might have had an empty net, instead just flicks it back down low. Kubish cuts that off. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Geyer lost it. Good work from USA on the PK here yet again. There's a reason they're a perfect 6 for 6 in the tournament. This being number 7, Grove will look to take a bit more time off that clock, sending it the length of the ice. Kubish will pick it up. Flip pass ahead. And now Czechia out to center. Played up ice. That one out of the reach of Hetchko. Icing going to be called here. As with 4 seconds to go in the Czechian power play, it's a face-off inside of Czechia's zone.
Chances aren't going to come over and over for Czechia. They're going to be little windows. You'll have a chance. Oh boy, there's a defensive breakdown. So they're going to come in and try and capitalize on it. Team USA doesn't give you many moments. So for Czechia, if you're watching from their perspective, you really just got to wait for those opportunities. And Team USA right now, I wouldn't say frustrated by any stretch of the imagination, but they're well aware Czechia is one of the best groups that has seen so far in Para. They're giving him everything for the money's worth right now.
Nichols out of the box is 3 for 3 now on the PK for Team USA. Jones has Nichols in front. Nichols couldn't get the shot away. It rolled off his stick. Has a great opportunity there. Goes for naught for Team USA. Now a flip pass in front. Handled. Puck is loose. Where is it? It's underneath Kudela. No, it's behind the net, in fact, as Kudela had no idea where that puck was. Nobody did until it popped free behind the net.
Zach, you and I used the term earlier in the tournament. And
big collision there. Vaclav Hechko and Douglas colliding there. And then Malik Jones takes one from Kubish, and he's in some discomfort. Is Malik Jones not good for Team USA? We're going to get a whistle. And Josh Paul's with a question there. You could hear right by the behind the net camera, but concern here. Jones already back to his sled, which is good to see for 19.
Tough customer. Just had the wind knocked out of him likely, so there's some confusion behind the Czechia net. And Farmer flips it out front. Jones thought he got a stick on it, thought it was covered. Nope, never mind, puck's loose. Where is it? It's behind the net. Czechia clears it. Boom! Big hit number one. And then Malik Jones, tough as nails. Bang, wasn't watching. Maybe, potentially, hard to tell from that vantage point, and might have had the wind knocked out of him. Could have been high, I'm not really sure. Referees had a better vantage point than I did. Jones chatting there with the coaching staff, making sure he's all right. The officials are over there as well. They're likely having a conversation about, hey, I think that might have been high. Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But again, Zach, 6:12 left in this second period. If I'm Czechia, I'm in a happy spot right now. It's only 1-0. Shots are 10-2. David Hoff, not impressed. Wants to get 1, 2, 3 more. An unconventional spot for Team USA to be, where periods 2 have been dominant for them in this tournament.
Well, this was the matchup we saw in the semifinals with the Para Hockey Cup. USA winning that one 6-0. Here they lead it 1-0. A pass across, Roybal shot. Handled and held by Kudela. 5:57 to go here in the second period. And we'll step aside. 1-0 USA leads here in Calgary. We'll be back in just a moment. It's been a dominant tournament for Team USA in the middle frames, where they've done the bulk of their damage.
They certainly have. 13-0. They've outscored their opponents in period 2, better than any period in this tournament. But right now, for Team Czechia, hanging in there. 6 minutes remaining in the second. It's only 1-0. Shots are 11-2. I imagine David Hoff, it's just going to take a matter of time. Again, from a Czechia perspective, they got to capitalize. From USA, you give them time, they're going to make you pay.
This was Czechia's worst period against Canada on the last day of the preliminary round. 1-1 after one. It was 1-0 for Canada in the third, but it was 3-0 Canada in the second period. And all three of those goals coming very early on in the period, as Tyler McGregor took over, as he tends to do for Team Canada, leading his team to that 3-0 record. They'll play in the second semifinal, that one starting at 5:30, as a bouncing puck in and around the crease area. Lamar finds it and covers up. Good look there from Habel.
The longer this game goes on, Zach, I'm not going to say if it's tight it favors Czechia by any stretch of the imagination, but what I will say is if it stays 1-0 and Czechia gets more zone time in the third period, Griffin Lamar hasn't seen a lot of pucks. So if you get a Hechko, a Vasily, one-on-one with elite level shots, I don't know what's going to happen. Team USA used to being up 2, 3, 4. Not that they can't play in these games. That would be absolutely not a very smart statement to make. He doesn't really favor anybody, but I'm worried if I'm Team USA and it's 1-0 late in the third.
I don't think it matters what level of hockey you're playing at. You always want that insurance goal. Here the stretch feed cut off by O'Hare. Nice read there from 19. As it's played back out to center, Zelinka will cut that off and send it in. Just wide. That was marked for the bottom left corner. Just missed a little bit left. As Pauls picks it up down low. As you mentioned there, partner, just the 2 shots, 1 in each period so far for Lamar. He hasn't had the busiest tournament by any stretch of the imagination.
Like every USA goalie ever.
I believe it's a total of 7 shots against in the tournament coming into today's matchup for Team USA. Lamar with 4 faced. As puck going to go directly towards the net. And frankly, I think that's been the biggest problem for USA in the tournament so far. It's just the players making their way towards their own net with the puck. That's when the goaltenders have had to been their most aware, so to speak.
If there's any problem at all with USA in this tournament, that would probably be the one.
And it's not like it's cost them.
We are fine-tooth combing through their entire game going, oh, there's something in the attic, in the back behind 94 boxes, there's one little fault.
Well, when you've won 3 consecutive world championships, that's about the level you're going to play at.
Absolutely.
As puck finds its way around. They've medaled every year since 2004 as Team USA. They'll play for a medal no matter what here. And there's a collision. Grove and Vasily in the neutral zone. And as mentioned, 3 consecutive gold medals. And they've got the most in tournament history, 6 total championships for Team USA. Nichols has got it. He'll flip it into the zone, delayed offside. Now they'll go after it. Zdenek Kabel back defensively for Team Czechia. Swings it back down low for Alex O'Hare. And up the ice it goes. That puck will catch the stick of Brett Bolton and just slide out to center before it's fired right back in. O'Hare will pick it up in the near side corner. Looking, trying to feed it ahead, nearly lost it, but holds possession here. And I love the patience from O'Hare, despite the youth, not risking just to fire up the ice, not trying to rush anything. Here a turnover though, Nichols unable to get to that puck. Now he's got it, and he'll feed it down low for Malik Jones. Good to see he's okay after that collision with Kubish earlier in the period. Pass across is behind Pauls. Back at the ring end line, Pauls funnels it down low, but Habel will get there first. Off the boards to the line, Douglas holds it in. Still, the only goal scorer in this game is Christopher Douglas. Now a pass ahead, looking to change that is Vasily, or pardon me, no, that's Mikhail Geyer, I believe. And indeed it is, checked by Nichols in the corner. And that's one of the people you want with the puck on your stick if you're Team Czechia. Unfortunately there, just wouldn't fall for him. Now at the line, it's held in, Shedlasik couldn't get the shot away, drops Hechko, a shot, stopped by Lamar. Best save of the game so far for Griffin Lamar. And arguably the most important as the puck is flipped into the path of Malik Jones to race after. Back defensively though, once again is Kubish, as those two on a collision course. This time both slow up just before the collision. And the puck in the corner, Kubish battling. Pops free for Radek Zelinka. Zelinka, nice pass ahead. And now into the zone comes Shedlasik. Shedlasik trying to make a move around Bolton, upended. And the puck will roll to the corner. Grove there first, takes a bump from Vasily. As Czechia really starting to get to the forecheck game again here. Late stages of the second, trying to force a mistake from Team USA that they can capitalize on. We've already seen one opportunity from Hechko. Stopped by Lamar, and now to the line. Zelinka couldn't hold it in, but does flip it back down low. That'll catch the sled of Lamar, and it's left for Noah Grove. Under 2 to play here in the second period. That puck down the ice. Icing is on the cards here, but I think that's going to curl. Indeed it does. Waved off by the linesman. Check thrown there by Jones. In the corner, Zelinka and Roybal. And it's Zelinka who's going to pop that puck free for Vasily. Watched by Mashevich to the line. Paul's unable to hold it in. Flips it back down. And that's a blocker save for Kudela. 4 saves in the period for number 1. Hasn't been tested too often here in the second period. As the puck directed down the ice by Palat. Icing waved off. Douglas back to get it as Lamar plays it for his defenseman. Dropped off for the captain. Paul's up ice inside the final minute now of this second period. Zelinka, he'll pick it up. Tied up by Musselman, will fire it around as Czechia with possession in their own zone here. They've been good about holding the possession in their zone. Geyer will drop it off, and out to center it goes, but Dodson forces the turnover.
And they've been great at puck protection behind the net on the breakouts. Much better improvement because you know USA Hockey wants to play the puck down low. You can exit the zone, you're benefiting your group for sure.
To the line, did that come out? Yes, it did. And Czechia will break out to center. Played ahead, passes ended up on the back stick of Dodson. Nearly carried it into his own zone for Team Czechia. Instead, Eustace turns it around, flips it into open space. out of the reach of O'Hare, but Cudella will make the play with this puck, directing it for Havel. Overskates it, Dodson capitalizing, drops it off, McKee working in, checked, and the puck will roll into the corner. Czechia dodging that chance. Havel swinging it around to the far side, and cutting it off will be Dodson. Petchko met him there. Puck will sit on the half wall in front of the USA bench, and that'll do it for 30 minutes of action. No scoring in the middle frame. We stay 1-0 Team USA after 2. We'll be joined down at ice level by Karel Wagner when we return to Calgary, Alberta.
One to nothing, Team USA leads Team Czechia, the winner, off to the championship game on Sunday. Now joined by Martin Zizlovsky of Team Czechia. Martin, I would have to say your group has to be happy with your effort in the second period. Would you agree?
I cannot agree. We are not happy. It's 1-0, and that's not why we can be happy.
All right, well, your coach, Jacob Navadi, maybe I'll say this then, mentioned after the first period against Canada, you guys maybe were a little bit too excited after it was 1-1 and then things got away in the second period. How do you stay on top and continue to push and then get a goal in period 3?
I hope that third period will be better than second with Canada, so we try score some goals and we will see. It's up and down still with the USA, so it's fast hockey.
One last question for you, Martin. Your group seems to be getting the puck out of your zone a little quicker today than we've seen in past games against Team USA. Is that something your group can be happy about so far?
Yeah, that's thing that we can be happy, but we need to be more faster and be better.
That's why we keep coming back to you for interviews. Appreciate your time, Martin. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, Martin Zizlovsky says not happy enough. They need a goal. They certainly do. 15 minutes away. And bronze medalist, maybe, if they can't find it. We'll be back.
15 minutes to go at the Mark and McPhail Center in semifinal number 1, and it's still anyone's game through 30 minutes, Dave.
Maybe 15 minutes to go, maybe more, who knows? Might see some overtime today. Declan Farmer would certainly love to make sure that doesn't happen as the puck crashing. Kudela, speaking of crashing, boom and boom. Physical affair. Sedlacek was the one who got the shot on net from the point, and right on Lamar, knocked out of the way, and a check on Sedlacek. And the Czechs right now, well, love to catch a check and get their way into the Bronze Championship game.
No scoring in the second period. The easiest scoring summary I'll do probably all weekend if I were to place a guess. But 1-0 the score. Still anyone's game. What a first semifinal we've had. Spot in the championship game, 5:30 Sunday afternoon. On the line. Loser, they play for bronze. That one also Sunday, 1:30 p.m. puck drop. As 15 minutes to decide what will happen. Is a long shoot in by Farmer.
Ooh.
Handled by Kudela, not confidently, but handled nonetheless. As Czechia looking for a repeat of that 2012 World Championship matchup that saw them win 2-1. That's not going to help as the bank pass ends up finding Farmer. A shot, a deflection, and great save from Kudela. The rebound kept out as well as Nichols was sniffing around. Now, one thing to note here to start this third period, and we haven't seen this much in the tournament, Brody Roybal out there with Declan Farmer to start the period. Now, whether that's due to an issue with Malik Jones, we'll find out. But here's a chance. Zelinka on a breakaway. Shoots. Stopped by Lamar. The rebound. Vesely on goal. How did that stay out? Griffin Lamar put that one on the highlight reel. He keeps it a 1-0 game. What a save. Radek Zelinka in alone. Gets the shot on the stop, the rebound, and somehow gets that puck to stay under his forearm.
But Vasily looks like he might have fanned on that one. You got to get some air on that, Mr. 55. Look for that as maybe a turning point in the game. Save that. That potentially is something we could look back to. USA early on, Czechia bounces back.
As that puck flipped down low off the face-off win. Czechia has started each period out relatively well, I would say. It's been the middle portion that's seen them struggle. They've carried some momentum into each period. They just haven't been able to sustain much going forward in each period. We'll see if that changes here in the third rather. As a pass in front will find Geyer. Geyer up for Kubish. Kubish, a shot blocked. The rebound. Novotny off the glove of Lamar and wide. Miroslav Novotny. I think that might be the first time I've said his name in any capacity here today, but he has a great chance at tying this game. Czechia, you can tell they know what's at stake here in this one. Puck down the ice. Will that be an icing call? Yes, it will be.
Travis Dodson is saying he touched it. Sweeping by the right face-off circle in the Czechia zone right now. He said as that puck was going through neutral, he touched it. So what a chance by Zelinka here. And how about Griffin Lamar? Look at that save. Yes, Vasily fanned on it, but full credit to Lamar. Not seeing many pucks, Zach. 7-1 shots period 1, 6-2 shots period 2. Great early save by 29.
Czechia already up to 6 shots now total in this period. Or rather, total in the game.
Yep.
As they are
3
firing
shots this
at
period,
will so far. They know what's at stake. They know where they want to play on Sunday. And wouldn't they like to be the team that disrupts USA's gold medal streak as opposed to whoever they would potentially match up with in a gold medal game?
Sure, they would love that, but I don't think USA Hockey has any desire to let that happen. What a third period we signed up for today.
Flipped across. That one out of the reach. Roybal will hold on to it. Should note Malik Jones was out there previously on a different shift, so just a little line juggling from David Hoff, maybe looking for a little extra offense. We saw Roybal and Farmer combine very strongly at the Para Hockey Cup back in December.
Further to your point on that quickly, that Jones took that bump. So yes, you were okay to assume that.
Nichols right in, knocked away by Hedgeko, and defensive responsibility going to be the biggest concern for Czechia. Or I shouldn't say concern, the biggest responsibility for Czechia in this
they're going to
third
focus
period.
on, for sure. We talked about that with Martin Gizlovsky between periods. So zone exits have been much better. Is that something you're happy with? We are.
Flipped out to center, that pass into neutral ice. Check thrown there by Roybal. And if he hasn't been on the score sheet much, he's been very physical in this tournament. Has number 4 as he's practically forced into the Czechian bench. Now here comes Farmer. Farmer navigates past Kubish, wide, Shia, fought off by Kudela again as Farmer maybe not able to have the effect he would have desired on the score sheet necessarily, but still a big impact in the game itself.
He's been the player again to stand out from the opening faceoff. We talked about that. No stick, he's corralling the puck, creating some disruptions along the walls on the puck retrievals. Declan Farmer has still been the best player on the ice.
And he's out there now battling down low in his own zone. Can't clear the puck past Kubish. A long shot over top the goal. Lamar was going the wrong way there momentarily. There was a little bit of daylight on the right-hand side. Kubish couldn't find it. 3.5 gone here as Shedlasik will take possession. His clearing attempt kept in by Eustace. And now Jones. Malik Jones into the zone, slows, waiting, shooting. Stopped by Kudela. The rebound kept out as well. Kudela got a piece and deflected it into the corner. Now Dodson left it for Grove. Grove's shot off a body and into the near side corner. Trying to clear, unable to do so. Shedlasik down low.
Now Sedlacek is doing a great job along the wall there.
Battling, trying to find it against Dodson. Dodson lost it, but found Eustace. Eustace, a shot on goal, blocked, and it'll roll around the net. Now Dodson, checked by Sedlacek, and now around the wall it'll come. Czechia, up ice. That pass is behind Vashelli, and that'll allow Douglas to take over. Douglas for Eustace into the zone. David Eustace, 1v3, gets a shot away, just missed, and now it rolls around. It'll be picked up by Hedgecote. Hedgecote pushed ahead, Douglas cut that off, and now Roybal with speed picks it up. Into the zone comes number 4. Roybal wide, a shot off the glove of Kudela and wide. Falls with a heady collision down low, put his man into the boards, and now it sits on the half wall. Battle ensues. Farmer against Zhislavsky, and now Zelinka will find it behind the net. Quick up here for Vashelli. Hedgecote in the neutral zone, if they can get it to him, but the clearing attempt, or rather the pass, hit Pauls. Now here comes Zhislavsky. Farmer is back defensively, forces Zhislavsky wide, gets a shot towards the goal, and he scores! Seeing eye shot by Martin Zhislavsky, and the Yager-like salute from number 12. This game is tied at 1.
Wow. Martin Zhislavsky puts one in from the point. And again, Zach, you talked about that exit play off the wall. You even pointed from the booth. Look out, play along the wall. Zhislavsky through 3 USA players, 2 of them. Zelinka going to the net. Not sure if he got a stick on it. Zhislavsky says a salute to Jaromir. Our interview at the intermission said, we're not happy. We got to score. Well, Martin, are you happy now? It's tied up.
First goal against Team USA in the tournament, second for Zhislavsky. And quite frankly, he couldn't have placed that any better. It goes in off the post. Lamar's coming across. Perfection from number 12. This game tied at 1. And we said coming in, what a third period we signed up for. It just got that much better.
That much better? It got that much better. Nobody can see what we're saying.
Not even remotely. Now it's played up ice. Roybal will pick it up. Ahead for Farmer. Farmer over to Pauls. It rolls off his stick. Now we get to see something that we haven't seen too often in this tournament, at all in this tournament, I should say. Team USA playing tied late in a hockey game. Czechia's done it a few times. We'll see how this goes. They're going to call that offside. I thought Novotny got back, but they're going to call it face-off coming outside of the Team USA line. Martin Zhislavsky tying the game at 1 will return for semifinal action in Calgary in just a moment. Tie game here in the third. Not something we've said about Team USA once in this tournament.
Team USA was outshot 1-0 in period 3 by Korea because they were up 11-0. They didn't have to lay back. In the third period, they were already up by, in all 3 games, a handy margin. David Hoff, not worried. Team USA Hockey are Paralympic gold medalists, world champions for a reason. They know how to dig deep and get back into this. They're not worried. For Team Czechia, Zach, what I'm curious of, how do they respond? Remember, Jacob Novotny said how excited they were when they were tied with Canada. They got to make sure to stay calm and composed.
And what kind of momentum does a goal like that bring to this group? Obviously, we said off the top, they were playing some of their best hockey we've ever seen. And now they're proving it out there. They're in this semifinal against Team USA. And the improvement that they're showing in, 5 months from the Para Hockey Cup, where they lost 6-0 in that semifinal, obviously going on to win the bronze medal against Team China later on. But this is a completely different Czechian squad than what we saw just 5 months ago in Quispamsis, as Lamar forced to cover up. And there's a little bit of anxiousness from Team USA, it looks like. They don't seem as sure on the puck, as sure with their passes that we've seen throughout this tournament. As it looked there.
Speaking of anxiousness, how about that guy right there? Pacing and pacing and pacing. Right on button there, Zach, and I think this is what's good for para hockey. Nobody, when you're talking about stand-up hockey, Vegas Golden Knights and Dallas going, oh no, Dallas is worried. Nobody says that because you expect that. This is incredible for para hockey. This is what you want to see. This is excellent.
For years, it's been Canada, it's been the United States, and those have been the 2 top nations. Czechia, they said at the beginning they wanted to be the ones up competing with Canada for number 2, and even maybe potentially
right now they're
competing
with USA.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Here's a chance. 2-on-1. Habel slides it ahead. Novotny, but it's Musselman back. Same with Roybal. Tie up there. Puck on the half wall. Grove will pick it up. Plays it ahead for Farmer. Here comes 16. Is he going to be the difference maker? Drops it for Roybal. Roybal lost it. Now it falls for Pauls, the captain. Time, space, a shot fought off by Kudela. And now Geyer will go off the glass and bounces out to center. Novotny, he's going to race after it. He's going to get there. Miroslav Novotny in on goal, slides it across, but Sedlacek was not going to the net. He'd slowed up in the slot area. Now Farmer back the other way. Checked off the puck there. O'Hara forced him back inside, I should say, and Bichelli with the play on Declan Farmer. Roybal drops it off. Pauls centers for Eustace. It finds Douglas, but recovering is Hechko. He forces that wide. The shot over top the goal. Defensive structure from Czechia. The key moving forward. That pass in front. Jones put it off the goal post. What a pass there. Malik Jones got it again. Swings it for Farmer at the side of the goal. It stays out. Where is it? It's there. On goal. They score. Malik Jones on the doorstep. And this game, United States lead 2-1.
Zach, you told me early in the broadcast, you said Malik Jones had a great start to the tournament. Where has he been since then? 6 shots on goal coming in, 3 shots in their last game. His 3rd goal of the tournament and a massive one. This is USA hockey at its finest. They swarm you. There's nobody in front of the net, okay, we're there. There's nobody beside the net, okay, we're there. A momentary defensive collapse. Czechia has been so good in their own zone the whole game. A very microcosmic defensive breakdown. Malik Jones right there, wide open net. It's 2-1 USA.
5th of the tournament for number 19. He's now up to 10 points in the 2024 World Championships as Team USA leads yet again. Now we'll see the response from Czechia. Does that take the wind out of their sails, or does it reinforce the thought process of we're still right there? We shall see.
Massive goal. And again, Team Czechia, a momentary defensive lapse, but here they go again.
That pass behind Sedlacek, and now it'll be Eustace who picks it up. Plays it ahead for Dodson. Dodson sees Jones open on the wing. In comes number 19, takes a bump from Habel. And Jones took his eye off the puck to play that check. And now that puck all the way down. Lamar has to play it, so icing waved off here as USA with control here. Now here comes Dodson, again down the left wing side. Flips it in deep, 6 and change to go. Eustace got to that puck first, but Kudela will cover up as just 6:06 to go here in the 3rd, 2-1 USA leading.
Malik Jones, what a good third period. Second period, Zach, you talked about what happened to Jones, and you mentioned that when they mixed him out to lines because he got bumped, and he looked like, okay, so here's the hit, another hit here. So he got hit pretty hard in period 2, and there's Malik dishing it out right on cue. Thanks, producer, and guys in the truck, that's excellent stuff. So Malik Jones, the difference maker in period 3, as David Hoff called him the future of USA hockey.
And another line juggle from David Hoff is now Ben Musselman out there with Nichols and Farmer. Roybal moved off that line as maybe just resting or maybe just getting Farmer and Nichols out there with other people. Here comes Vaclav Hečko. Hečko across, Zizlovsky shooting, stop, the rebound is there, cleared to the corner. Puck in behind Zizlovsky and Farmer comes in, clears the danger for Team USA. Every rush now becomes a little bit more interesting. There's a collision with Zizlovsky and Farmer as the puck finds its way to Grove. Noah Grove speeds through the neutral zone, makes a move there. Big hit thrown there by Vaselli as it pops out to center once more. Said on day 3 of the tournament, in the preliminary round, last time USA and Czechia played, I said Noah Grove played the Jack Wallace role quite well. Here he's played a little bit more defensively, but this is tough for Czechia. They take a penalty with 5:08 on the clock. Now they have to come up with a penalty kill. But first, we're going to step aside. 2-1, Team USA leads in semifinal number 1, thanks to number 19, Malik Jones, here in Calgary.
Career game number 201 for Josh Pauls. Clears a puck out of the way, which would have been a rebound for maybe the tying goal. Your captain, he's the guy you need making those big plays in all those moments, and he always does. Here's another look at the penalty. Hečko grabbing a hold of Declan Farmer. Probably one of those good penalties you would take if you asked the coach, with 16 flying in. Right now, you don't want to talk to Jacob Novotny, though, as he's got a lot going on in that mind, I imagine, with the penalty to kill late.
2 minutes on the board against Hečko. Pauls will dish it across. Grove, room, a shot, wide of the target. The rebound finds Roybal, but knocked away from his stick. We talked about him off the top. Roybal, quiet in the tournament so far, and I haven't noticed anything that says otherwise for Roybal today.
Well,
he's been physical,
yeah,
but
he had a good start to it. He's been on the forecheck, but he hasn't been around the net for the offensive opportunities. Maybe a role change for him in this game so far.
When he has had those opportunities, it seems like the puck's bouncing on him a little bit. Maybe fighting the puck is number 4 for the United States. You know they'd love to get him going moving forward in this tournament, whether it's the gold medal game on Sunday or bronze earlier on. But 4:25 to go here in a 2-1 United States lead. They're on the power play and a chance to put this one potentially out of reach with a goal. Grove with possession, drops for Roybal. Roybal for Pauls, dangerous but got it there. Geyer watching the captain closely. Now it's still Pauls. Pauls, watched by Havel, around the net for Roybal. Roybal looking, flips it in front for Farmer, defended by Geyer. Pauls will find the loose puck again. Played back up top. Grove, a shot, blocked en route. The rebound will be found and cleared by Mikael Geyer. Big time clear there for Czechia.
He makes a hesitation rather than just ripping it down, which takes an extra 2-3 seconds off the clock, and trust me, those 3 seconds, valuable against USA.
As Roybal has it, he'll play it ahead for Farmer, and those two just have not been on the same page here today. As a pass flipped ahead, Grove got to be quick. Nice play there from 22. Roybal's got it again. Roybal flips it, this time in the path for Farmer, and Farmer will pick it up. Beating O'Hare wide. Declan Farmer right in on goal. Tried to make a move, but puck just stayed behind on him, and you can see Farmer kind of looking up there. Frustration on 16's face.
Yeah, I'm not sure
covers up.
if O'Hare from the backside might have checked him at the last second, but there's a look at Noah Grove. Zach, he's had an incredible tournament from the backside. Really enjoyed watching the youngster out of Frederick, Maryland. He has 4 shots in the tournament so far, 3 points, a goal and 3 assists. And the day before, right in the middle of the tournament. When did we start this tournament, by the way? The days are all mixed up. May 4th. 3 days before that, he celebrated a birthday. So some confusion at the Czechia bench right now. They're looking for Zizlovsky to get back on the ice. So they're not going to allow the change, so they're going to put Sedlacek back on the bench. So Zizlovsky, the goal scorer, will come out there to take the draw. 12 seconds left in the PK.
3:20 on the game clock. And quite frankly, if you're Czechia, that's the clock that matters. They're not too concerned about the penalty kill at this point. Just keep USA at bay and get the kill. There we go. That is what they needed.
Face-off win.
Big face-off win. The defensive zone draws again for Team Czechia. Zizlovsky right to the bench, taking no time to get off the ice. As Douglas picks it up. Check thrown here. Now we get to see what type of aggressiveness out of Team Czechia. As that long shot, pad save made by Kudela. And one of the benefits I noticed throughout this game of Kudela with that pad setup is the puck bounces a little bit more than it would off of maybe Griffin Lamar's setup where it's a shin pad. That's puck fired down the ice. So it's been entertaining watching Kudela throughout this game sort of just direct the puck with his pad, knowing that it's going to bounce. He's been good with the puck distribution as number 1. 2:42 on the clock, icing against Team USA.
Maybe one of the reasons why potentially there's so much respect for number 1 between the pipes across the entire world of para hockey is he has a look to the bench and says, hey, what am I doing? When am I coming out? Jacob says, no, not yet, hang tight. As Czechia, I believe, calling their timeout here. Zach, they have. So this game right here determines who plays in gold, who plays in bronze. And the game following this, Canada and China, is Jacob Novotny and staff, David Hoff and company. Unconventional territory for USA in a 2-1 game, but again, going back to that pregame chat between the two coaches. A lot of respect for Jacob Novotny. David Hoff told me, he said, a lot of people might look at our program and say, wow, you're so dominant. And he'd say, well, if I looked at you in your industry, how long have you been in your industry for? Oh, 20 years, okay. So those who've done it for 2 or 3, would they say, take for granted, hey, wow, you're so good? No, you got to pay your dues. David talked about Jacob Novotny, still very early as the head coach. In another 5-10 years, he'll be up there with the greats in coaching because he's so great at details, because he knows how to motivate people. And he said coming into the tournament, we're not expecting to play for bronze. We want to play for gold. We want to beat Canada or USA. And that coming in might be quite a task, leaving the Para Hockey Cup in Wisconsin, New Brunswick, looking at some of those scores. So great for Team Czechia, and also a lot of respect from David Hoff with Team USA. Just because they've won so much means nothing to them. They want to keep winning at what they do.
Can't rest on the past. You got to keep moving into the future. Right now, the present day. 2:42 on the clock. Net is still occupied by Kudela. So we'll see if he makes his way to the bench, if maybe Czechia can get some sustained zone time with possession. But 5-on-5 to start. 2-1 USA leads. Teams have traded goals here in the third period. First, Zizlovsky tied it. Malik Jones giving USA the lead. And here's Farmer with it now. 1 assist in the game so far. Maybe 2 on the goal by Malik Jones. We have yet to get confirmation on that front, as Farmer's got it. Checked in the corner. Farmer still with possession. And the thing is with USA, they don't need to get shots. They don't need to do much of anything here offensively. They just have to sit out with possession, and they're very good at holding possession.
Yeah, ask Team Korea about that in period 3, right? That's all USA Hockey has to do, is play USA Hockey.
Farmer just stick handling in the corner, finally knocked free. Sedlacek with a nice read there as they look to break out. It's now underneath Kubish. Kubish trying to find a pass, does so, got it out, but it won't, got it out of the pile, I should say. Did not get out of the zone, now they do. It sits in the neutral zone. Josh Pauls will send that right back in as time running out here on Team Czechia. 1:35 on the clock, they gotta get moving. That's not gonna help. Zdenek Habel lost an edge. Puck in the corner, Eustace on the forecheck, swung around, and Kubish with it. To the far side, nobody's there for Team Czechia, but around is Geyer. Patrols, tried to flip it up ahead, did so well, collision there, as Zizlovsky can't get it up ice. Flip back down the zone. USA doing a great job here, and now a chance to put it to bed. Dodson will pick it up, centers. Well, that went right underneath Kudela, and now it pushed out to center. Here's a chance, down the ice, Vesely, one-on-one. Vesely made a move, but couldn't get the shot on goal. It jumped over his stick. That might have been the moment. We're inside the final minute of play here in period number 3. Vesely out of the corner with possession. Kudela will make his way to the bench. Centering feed, a shot, blank shot from Dodson. It's free in front, trying to get it on goal. They do. It hit Farmer. The rebound is there. It stays out again. Where is it underneath the pile of bodies? The whistle goes with 35.8 to go in period number 3. How is this game not tied?
Everybody take a breath. Vasily, remember in the early stages of period 1, Zach, he had that chance on the side of the net. He fanned on it with Lamar down. Fans on it again, and then Declan Farmer. Massive block right there, playing goal. And Farmer again helps out his goaltender. Talked about him coming in. Declan Farmer, the best player on the ice. He is one of the best players in the world. If you ask anybody who plays para hockey, Philip Vasily cannot believe it. How about this look? Look at Declan Farmer. Wow.
Absolute robbery from 16 in the red, white, and blue, and now a chance for Jones to get it out. Chipped it ahead. Roybal, 1 goal in the tournament, a chance to ice it into the zone, across for Douglas, who finishes it off. His second of the game, and that should just about do it. Team USA leading 3-1.
The St. Cloud, Florida, native puts the icing on the cake for Team USA. What a game out of Douglas. And Brody Roybal had a shot at the empty net, Zach. We talked a lot about him not showing up on the score sheet. I thought early on in the game, and there's mom and dad, Douglas right there. Stars and stripes are proud all over. That's great to see. That's what it's all about right there. Brody Roybal, I thought, forecheck contributed heavily early on. Offensively, he didn't care about that goal. And that's USA para hockey to a T. Selfishness not, it's about the name on the front, not the name on the back, to borrow a line from one of the all-time greats in USA.
Czechia to work in the offensive zone, looking to cut into this lead. O'Hara with a shot, that'll fan and roll into the corner. Roybal picks it up, and that will do it. Team USA will play for gold on Sunday evening as they take semifinal number 1, 3-1. Over Team Czechia.
And Zach Marks, Team Czechia just welcome themselves to the world stage when it comes to all-time competitors. You and I talked about that game against Canada as one of their best games yet. Are you kidding me? Czechia hockey? Wow, Jacob Novotny, smile on his face. Cap, stay on this moment right here with him and David Hoff. Don't leave this. Right there. How about that moment? You don't think they have a respect for each other? This is great. Jacob Novotny and Team USA, head coach David Hoff, sharing that moment. That's wonderful. He knows what this did for the sport. And you can say what you want about different sports. You use the comparison of women's hockey, and there's a great comparison there with the two nations. Brody Roybal, big smile on his face. What this did for para hockey worldwide is phenomenal. Take a bow, Team Czechia. You still get to play for bronze, but you had USA hockey sweating. You know you did.
The best player from each team will be awarded a classic white cowboy hat provided by Calgary Tourism that symbolizes
player of the game
hospitality.
ceremonies will come. A lot of people to pick. Philip Vasily, so close, right in the end. Couple of great chances. 55, he'll build on that. 55 for Czechia's had an incredible tournament. We'll go in-house for a post-game player of the game ceremony. He's followed by the Star-Spangled Banner.
Association, who recognizes all the great values hockey players showcase on and off the ice. And Stephen Wilson, Chief Medical Officer of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships. The best player of Team Czechia is number 12, Martin Zizlowski.
Martin Zizlowski, player of the game for Team Czechia, scored the game-tying goal, the only goal that Team USA has allowed in this tournament so far. And despite the result, heads should be held up high for Team Czechia here today.
Second on the team in shots coming into the contest in this tournament. No points in last year's tournament. The evolution of Zizlowski. You go down the Czechia lineup. They've been raising their game nonstop, one by one by one by one. Calgarian for a day. Worthy of it, my friend.
The best player of Team USA is number 17, Christopher Douglas.
2 goals, the empty netter at the end to put it out of reach. Team USA's Christopher Douglas, player of the game, and plenty of cheers coming from the family.
Yeah, Christopher Douglas didn't really feel that his goal at the beginning of the game was one that was a lot of skill. I thought it was a great shot, and then a nice unselfish play from Royal to get the puck across for the icing on the cake. And yeah, Mom and Dad love it, all the family up from Florida. Lots of family watching at home. I want to say hello to them as well, and their great support watching in America today. But this will not be the last time these two teams play a close battle like this. Wow, was that ever great for the sport. Congratulations, Chris Douglas and Team USA.
Now down to ice level for the American national anthem before we close things out here from semifinal number 1.
Nous vous prions maintenant de vous lever si possible et de retirer chapeau et casquette pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national des États-Unis.
Team USA over Team Czechia as the United States books their ticket to the gold medal game. We'll step aside before being joined by Malik Jones down at ice level after this.
Wow, what a thrilling contest. The game number 1 and semi-final Friday at the Markin McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta. Team USA punches their ticket to the gold medal. Now joined by the guy who got the game-winning goal, Malik Jones. Malik, I know you're fairly new to the program overall. Where does this rank for competitive games you've played in?
Oh, it ranks top #1. This is what we've been wanting for a long time. Just a very competitive game, and we came together, we played for each other, and we got the job done.
Traditionally in para hockey, Canada-USA would be one of these kinds of battles. What do you have to say for the push that Czechia gave you guys today?
Oh, I give them all props. We've been seeing how good they've been getting. They've been developing their team very well, and so just to see them make this effort and give us our possibly best game yet feels good.
Well, it was 1-1 after they scored that goal, and it was pressure down low, I'd imagine, that would led to your game-winning goal. Walk me through kind of what happened that led to it.
Yeah, just we created chaos in front of the net. A few shots on goal, and it squeaked out. I was coming backside and just backhanded it in. So,
I'd imagine you guys are so used to doing things at an elite level. Zach and I talked about, I don't know if there was a sense of disbelief for the best way to describe it, probably not, but take me into the mindset in period 3 when the game's tied.
Just going into the locker room, we needed to clean some things up on the defensive side. So I thought we did that very well, and then we had to play for each other. We couldn't do it without one each other by our side, so we got the job done as a team.
You certainly did. And how about one reaction when it's late and 55 for Czechia's barreling in, and then Farmer blocks the shot? What was that like to watch?
Oh, it was greatness. I love when we're able to sacrifice our bodies and, put our bodies on the line, for the greater cause. So good on him.
Malik, I've talked to you about this before in a number of events, but maybe just for the viewers watching, what does wearing that red, white, and blue mean to you and being able to play for a championship on Sunday?
Oh, it means everything. Just every time we get to step out here and get on this ice, it means everything to me. And this has been my dream for a long time, and just to be here and be in several championships, it means the world. So I'm happy.
Well, congratulations on the victory and the game-winning goal today, young man. I'm sure there's many more of those to come for you in your future.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
All right, Malik Jones and Team USA is off to the gold medal game on Sunday. Yeah, get yourself a snack and buckle up for this one. This was one of the all-time classics. There was some contact. Boom. Declan Farmer getting in on it. Player 2 as Douglas put it in for the 1-0 score. It stayed like that for a long time. Mama Dodson, Cheryl enjoying the beats, and then it tied up. USA Hockey. They bent, but they didn't break. They eventually came out on top. They'll await the winner of Canada-China. Salute to you and all those watching today. Dave Dawson's my name. One more to go on Friday. Red, white, and blue on top again. For all of us, we'll see you soon.